Okay, this video is the answer to this question here, and the trick with these questions is to look at each of your lines of chemicals and not look at what's there, but look at what has changed. And that will tell you the reaction that has happened to get from one step to the next. So let's start with this one. What's changed here? Well, the calcium has changed, the 2HCl has changed, the carbon stayed the same, and the 1.5O2 has stayed the same. So, although we have carbons and oxygens on this line and this line, for this equation here, we can just ignore them because they're not doing anything. They haven't changed. What has actually happened is calcium plus 2HCl has gone to calcium chloride and H2. Now, if we look at the data we're given, at the bottom one here, we can see calcium plus 2HCl goes to calcium chloride and H2. The enthalpy change is minus 168. So we can write that in there. Again, we're not looking at what we've got, we're looking at what has changed. So let's do the same again. So now my calcium chloride stays the same. I can ignore that. One of my oxygens has stayed the same. My carbon stayed the same. However, a H2 and half an O2 has changed to H2O. So H2 plus half O2 goes to H2O. That's minus 285. For this third one here, well, we've got a carbon and an O2 has changed to CO2. The calcium chloride and the water, they've all just stayed the same. So this is carbon plus O2 goes to CO2 minus 393. And our final one, calcium carbonate plus 2HCl goes to all of these products. Well, that's the minus 54. We are trying to find this top equation here, the enthalpy of formation. Now this equation starts here and ends here. Hess's law says it does not matter what route you take as long as you start and end in the same place. So I'm going to go via an alternative pathway, starting here and ending here. And let's follow that through. So I'm going with the arrow here, so I'm going to keep that sign the same. So it's minus 168. I'm going with the arrow here. Look, my arrow goes in the same direction as this arrow. So that's minus 285. I'm going with the arrow here. So that's minus 393. And I'm going against the arrow here. Look, my arrow goes this way. This arrow points down. So I need to flip the sign to plus 54. We're going to bang all that in a calculator, and that comes to minus 792. So that would be my answer there.